and the long shots might just pay up. This is
Chronic Combat Conversation.
You know TV's on the mic, flipping names on sight. Renames every fighter, whether wrong or right. Rule with the glasses, rolling up the stash, breaking down the fights while they chase that cash. Parlays, props, dogs, long shots too. Digging in the couch, finding change for the crew. Early week breakdown, Saturday they hit. If you're betting with the boys, then you know this is it. Chronic Combat Conversations. Yeah. Light it up, place your bets, no hesitation. Chronic Combat Conversations. That's right. Green like the herb in the cash in rotation. Oh! Names get twisted, odds get lifted, smoke clouds drifting while the picks keep shifting.
Welcome to Chronic Combat Conversations, a live look at our best bets, picks, and predictions for every UFC event. With your hosts, TB Scouting MMA and
the Guru back again for UFC Rio. We've got Charles "Do Bronx" Oliveira taking on Mateus Gamrot, the Gamer, in a lightweight main event. Sure to be a banger. And honestly, gotta introduce the co-main event. Former champion Davison Figueiredo at bantamweight fighting Montel Quick Jackson. Should be an interesting card. We got a lot of really fun matchups. But before we can get into that, we have a very special guest in the house, a good friend of ours. Make sure you go check out his work over at fightsite.com. Fenyo, representing Chile. What's up, brother?
All the way from Chile. Hey, guys. Fenyo here. Stoked to talk about some fights with the boys, man. It's always fun.
Oh yeah, it's going to be an absolute banger of a time. Had to bring on the big guns to help us break down this card. There's a lot of close, fun fights, and who better? We got Fenyo in the house. So I want to say a couple things before we get the show started. Disregard every Thursday. Sometimes it happens, okay? We got Birds versus Giants tomorrow. Birthday weekend for TB. We got priorities. So we're doing the show today. Please excuse that. We got the best bets. We got the best guests. It's always free picks. So make sure you're following us. If you haven't done the right thing, throw a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're crazy and you want to donate, do your thing. Like, it's not required, but holy crap, some of you guys are amazing. And with that, I will say one more thing. If you guys aren't following our friend Fenyo, there is some outside the octagon concerns going on. He still made weight. He made it to the card to fight with us tonight. But listen, I will spare the details, but go ahead and follow our guy Fenyo. See how you can support him. And there's some like real shit out there that's bigger than the fight game. And I just want to say, if there's anything that we could do to help out Fenyo, please direct it that way. Like, if you were going to donate to us tonight, go find a way to follow our boy and make it happen over there. I'll just put it that way. But before we do that, let's get this party started. So I appreciate everyone for joining us. And this is what we all came for here, man. This is Charles "Do Bronx" Oliveira fighting in Rio de Janeiro. I mean, this is going to be an absolutely electric time. And we've got Mateus, the Gamer Gamrot, and boy, is this guy game, hopping up on short notice to take this fight against Oliveira and save the main event. Originally supposed to be Rafael Fiziev. He couldn't quite do it. And man, I think we kind of got an upgrade from a matchup perspective, in my personal opinion. I was pretty sure who would win the Oliveira versus Fiziev fight pretty handily. In this one, I keep on going back and forth, and I'm having a really tough time. We got minus 112 Oliveira. He was a dog earlier this week. Gamrot minus 108. He opened as a dog, I think. You know, this fight has just been going all over the place, and I understand it. I'm having a really tough time really sticking my flag and planning it and throwing down some huge bet because there's value, and I think there's a lot of unexpected things from both sides. So, you know, I want to go ahead, pass the baton to the Guru before I break everything down to have no confident side. And Guru, if you're feeling the same, man, give some thoughts you have, and we'll let Fenyo get after it too. This is the fight I'm most excited for. So if we can talk to Grandma and maybe get a few prop bets down, that's great. But I don't know if I need the biggest exposure on this fight. What do you got here, Guru?
Man, I mean, this fight is so freaking exciting. It's rare that when a fight falls out, we get an even better matchup possibly, right? And this is just a really exciting fight. I feel like nobody's wanted to fight Mateusz Gamrot. And he really gets a chance here. So it's super exciting. I mean, taking a huge step back last fight with Ludwig Klein. Dan Hooker, who we picked Dan Hooker against Gamrot. We just thought that the line was too wide. We got that right. Of course, we were on Ilia Topuria over Charles. Yeah, I think we actually took Michael Chandler over Charles, which is hilarious in hindsight. He was just completely shot. I think we gave him a puncher's chance. I don't really like the puncher's chance here for Mateusz Gamrot. I think if at the end of the day, I think if there is a finish, it's coming on the Charles do Bronx side. And I don't think he's submitting him, right? Like, I think Gamrot is, very good at the grappling. The problem with Gamrot has been, I mean, it's all over the tape, right? He's had, 9 UFC fights. He's been dropped like 7 times. It's
so on paper 5, but we got to count the Dan Hooker one.
Yeah, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 on paper, but definitely at least a 6th. And he's been rocked, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's problematic at the end of the day. When the only person that can get a finish more than likely is Charles Oliveira, I don't know. I just don't find myself. I don't know that he's going to knock him out. I'm really not convinced, and I don't think he's going to sub him.
Could Charles win a decision?
Well, nobody thought so versus Michael Chandler, did they? And same idea with Arman Sarukian. I don't think he won that fight, to be honest. I hear the clamor for it. I don't agree. But people thought there would be a finish in that one too. So I don't need the fight to go the distance. I can get over 2.5 at like -132. I don't even need to touch this over 3.5. I don't have to worry about championship rounds. So I kind of like that idea. Or like you had said, maybe TB off air, maybe just a fight to start championship rounds is an interesting thought. Fight to start round 4 is -108, so even money. Really wish I was getting plus money. That's really it. I don't really know that there's anything super incredible that needs to happen here other than my ass in a chair watching it. But I would really love to hear some of the technical breakdown that Fenyo's got for us.
Okay. This one is very interesting. So it comes a lot of it, I feel, will come down to the grappling. Gamrot has decent pop in his hands. I think he could surprise Oliveira, who I feel he's like slowing down physically. You can tell. He beat the shit out of Chandler because Chandler, it's like a corpse at this stage. Yeah, but Oliveira, I feel like he looked a bit slower, a bit more measured, and it might be something to do with the age. And Gamrot has pretty quick straight shots, which might surprise Oliveira. But the thing is that even if Gamrot rocks him, not a very good finisher. Before coming to the UFC, more reliable as a submission threat, and I don't think he's going to submit Oliveira, to be quite honest. Especially because he's like more of like the very dominant positions kind of submissions, like Kimura's and like setting up the leg lock from top position. Like I don't see Oliveira submitting to that. So yeah, I mean, if you're gonna go Gamrot, I don't know if you get to plus if you put like Gamrot by decision, but there might be something there if you're feeling Gamrot. From Oliveira, I feel like the finish. He might submit Gamrot if he drops him. Gamrot, though, very good grappler, and with his great cardio, I would expect him to have like very good recovery. But you know that Oliveira seals the deal, especially with the rear naked choke against hurt guys. So there might be something there. When it comes to the grappling, I feel like it's more interesting. I feel like Oliveira should be quite a bit bigger and stronger than Gamrot here. We'll see if he can get going with his long long shooter box kind of guy, takedowns, like the body locks and try to run guys over, or like the knee tap from underhook on the other side. And Gamrot on the other side, he might have a troubling like wrestling style for the Bronx, especially with low single. He has been defending like clean leg attacks as of late. And Oliveira, he's very confident, so he stands very tall. The low single might be there for Gamrot, and he has a lot of variety with the finishes there. Gamrot, I feel like he can out scramble Oliveira if it's like if it stays like in the wrestling realm more than like static BJJ positions. But Gamrot is not super damaging in those, so he will be like winning minutes, but I don't think like he's going to like break Oliveira like some other guys. I feel like the thing that Oliveira hates the most is ground and pound. You saw that his striking takes a hit when he's scared about like being on his back eating shots. We saw that against Sarukian, and I'm not quite sure if Gamrot can do the same, man. He's not like damaging enough to put that fear in the head of the Bronx. I feel that's the big thing. So Gamrot might be able to take like 3-4 rounds just via pace, landing like straight shots on the feet, getting takedown here and there. But I don't think that Oliveira is like going to break and getting finished here. So from what you guys said, I feel like over 2 or 2.5 rounds, that sounds actually like very good. Like Oliveira can be very dangerous out of the gate, but with Gamrot's recovery and his cardio, I feel like he's going to survive early, even if Oliveira starts strong.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
I kind of agree, and I think it makes a lot of sense because, again, like you're looking at a guy that, yeah, I mean, we were kind of talking about it. I mean, he finishes Beneil Dariush in round 1, right? And that's like he's starting to get worked, and he clips that guy, right? You know what I mean? And submitting Justin Gaethje, while that was a fantastic performance, and we all revel in that day and how cool it was, other than him missing weight, of course, is that that's 3 years ago. It's a long time outside of his prime. So he's a lot of money. What's he doing coaching in Las Vegas last week? He should be in Brazil.
Yeah,
what's he doing?
Necessary.
That's a long flight. What's he doing?
That's quite a bit of hours that he's not like training or recovering. Yeah.
Correct.
I think the Brazilian commission will let him get away with a weight miss, though.
Did you see Gamrot freaking out to the fight news? He was like in front of the gym. He's crying. He's happy. He's freaking out. This is the biggest thing for him and his country. I think he ends up just decisionating Charles. Like I really, that's kind of just where I end up going. I think he's hungrier. I think he wants it more. And you're getting and in terms of gambling, like we said, I feel like Charles is really the one with the finish equity, and you're getting a guy in Gamrot that has never been finished. Yeah. Who's a harder striker, Dan Hooker or Charles Oliveira? I think Dan Hooker might hit a little bit harder.
Yeah, it's a good question, but Oliveira certainly has more to offer in the counter grappling and different threats. I think, man, it's a tough fight. But yeah, I do lean, if we can get Gamrot, you said decision at plus 300.
Correct.
All right, I'll talk to Grandma. I'll do that. And then we could play an over. If Charles finishes, it's going to be amazing, and we'll get to enjoy it. And I'll have a small side bets on those guys. I think that sounds good.
I mean, yeah, fight goes the distance itself, plus 180. Gamrot by decision, plus 310.
Very sweet. I think that those could end up being on the slate by the time we get there. We've got the God of War, Dice Tigueira, Davison Figueiredo versus Montel Quick Jackson. And man, did he have a Quick Jackson against Damon Blackshear. But anywho, that's a story for a different day. In this fight, man, I'm a little bit nervous, I would say, for both guys. Because Montel, this is clearly his biggest step up in competition, and Figueiredo is who he needs to be at this stage.
Can I ask you something, TB?
Of course you can.
Do we know exactly what happened to his knee in the Corey Sandhagen fight? Was it an ACL? Did he pop a PCL? Did he just sprain his knee? Because
it has not. I don't have a good answer.
We need to find that out, boys, because that was 5 months ago. So if he tore something, if he needed surgery, like his knee's not ready at all. To the point that I don't even know the fight should be sanctioned. Like, what happened?
Yeah, he
So-
did not opt for surgery, remained optimistic about his return. And this is where I'm hyper concerned, because if Figueiredo is not 100%, we could see another quick Jackson. Just saying. I mean, Figueiredo's been hurt in multiple fights. And where I see him having the biggest advantage here, and where Montel Jackson's biggest weakness is the wrestling. So if Figueiredo can come out and chain wrestle, extended top time, wear into this guy.
Not on one knee, he can't.
Yeah, and if he comes out knee sleeving it up, well, I'll just know how to feel. But ultimately, it's minus 278 on Montel Jackson. I really don't need that, to be quite honest. But what I do think is interesting is the under 2.5 at plus 150.
Well, I mean, you're totally on it, dude, because here's the thing. They have Figgy priced like he's never finished anybody before. They forget that he's one of the best finishers of all time in terms of the featherweight division, at least in his heyday, right?
A flyweight, first of all.
Why did I say featherweight? I apologize.
It's all good. You're doing your best.
I'm fucking half asleep, boys. Thank you for correcting me. You've got Figgy by KO plus 1,000, Figgy by sub plus 1,200. Of course, Montel Jackson's never been finished, and it's not happening, but the lines are crazy. And then you've got Montel Jackson by KO at plus 310. Like, this guy could knock him. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, if he's getting a finish, I don't expect it to be a submission. His one sub, Dars on Kelleher back in 2018. But any of his other finishes, they're all coming by knockout at the UFC level. Well, my question is like the level of competition.
TB, they're both by injury, right? So it's the eye injury versus Brandon Moreno, and it's the knee injury versus Corey Sandhagen. So they're injuries. It's weird stoppages. But it's weird flakiness from him. Like, at this point, again, what the fuck happened to your knee that you stopped fighting mid-fight? I thought I wouldn't see you for a year. You're back in 5 months. I need to know what happened. Probably
$, Brazil.
Thank you, Dogfather. He did submit him in the other fight. I was in that fight. I was at that fight.
Yeah, there was a knockout. There was a sub.
That was the second fight where he subbed him at 263, where I was there live. He gets the doctor stoppage at 283 via knockout.
Yeah, no. So there were multiple finish losses, and by different types of methods. And ultimately, if Figueiredo is truly there to be had, this could be another, like we said, a quick day.
But it's a knockout. Jackson. But it's a knockout. It's not a sub.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. Like, I discount.
That's what I already said.
When you interrupted me, that was in the middle of what I was saying. His only sub came back in 2018, and it wasn't great. Montel Jackson, his only sub win in the UFC.
No, of course.
So, yeah, I feel like I don't want to play Montel's money line, but I would take his inside the distance if it's not too much different from the KO.
Well, when you put it like that, it's not the dumbest thing you've ever said. Inside the distance plus 200. I'd take 310.
And under 2.5 is plus 150.
No, I'll take 310 on the knockout.
Sounds good to me. And Fenyo, what would you do in this fight?
Man, it really sounds like they just offer like Figgy a good amount of money to just show up here. And if that's the case, man, yeah, I can see, like, especially if the knee is not there, he might get knocked out, man. When you don't have like where to stand on, you might go out, man. Or you can get like not knocked out in the actual sense, but lose via KO just because you're injured, right? It might get stoppage in between rounds if he cannot stand. Other than that, like Montel Jackson, like huge, the 1-2, super quick. Figgy still has eyes defensively, but if he's going to be like, I mean, we don't know, right? But it sounds like he's going to show up with a compromised knee here. I mean, they were not talking about like super quick recovery after his last fight against Hagen, man. They were not saying like, oh, nothing happened. They were like, I mean, when you're at the stage that you have to, they actually considered surgery, so it was not good, right? I don't know, man. It's hard, man. I also think that even if like Figueredo like gets on top position here, and Montel Jackson is not like a great grappler, but he's very big and he has been annoying to control, even to like very strong wrestlers. Like was it Brett Jones who beat him by decision back in the day?
Yes, Pikey, right?
He was like getting up like all the time because he just uses his huge ass hands and he grabs wrist control and it's super annoying. Ricky Simon had trouble like keeping him down too. So I would say even if Figueredo is like successful with some early takedowns, I don't see him like getting a submission here, to be honest. I feel like you gotta might look into like stoppage by Montel Jackson, and the over and the under, I'm not sure, man. It could go both ways. I'm not feeling confident in that. Jackson inside the distance, that sounds good to me, actually.
Yeah, I like that a lot, and I think you avoid some of the. I think there are pitfalls. Minus 278 for Jackson, first co-main event, huge step up, like best competition he's faced by far. I don't necessarily need him in a parlay, but if you're telling me the inside the distance price is that good against a guy that we're expecting to come in compromised, I mean, let's go. Let's go.
I mean,
I'm all about it.
Just take a look at his Instagram. I mean, he's not even training with a knee brace. I don't know what happened in the Sanhagen fight. I'm really confused by what I'm seeing. I mean, he's either selling wolf tickets. Like, I mean, he's boxing and working out. Like, he doesn't even have a knee brace on.
It could have been a meniscus that heals in a couple months. So, you know, maybe it wasn't one of the major ligaments, and maybe he's got some long-term cartilage damage, but that's stuff you could train through without a brace after a couple months for sure. And if there was a pop in his knee and it twisted, that could have just been his meniscus, you know, suffering a little bit of damage, or even MCL 2 to 3 months if it's a grade 2 sprain. As long as it wasn't ACL, like he could be good from a knee injury in 5 months. He could.
Really weird. So I just don't really know what to make of it.
It's a tough one. I don't think that you need to have a huge stake. I understand if on the money line perspective, you're thinking dog or pass. I just don't quite get there.
Well, if he's not coming in compromised, and maybe it's just the way to do it anyway, I'll just take the fight doesn't go.
Yeah, and that was what I was saying. It's plus money. Maybe we're getting too greedy with the money.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think you have to.
All right, fair enough. So
this shouldn't be sanctioned. This is insane.
I hate this shit.
Yeah, this is bad.
This is insane.
Yeah, he's getting silently assassinated on Saturday night. Vicente, or it's going to be loud, actually.
You know it's going to be silent when he gets finished, man, because like those Brazilians guys, they stay quiet, man.
Yeah, it's not going to be good. Like you got someone that doesn't want to fight versus one of the most prolific finishers.
And Vicente's a transplant. Like, I mean, I know he's like half and half, but it's like he grew up a lot and he lived, you know, he transited
Florida, Jersey.
He's part Chilean too, by the way.
And
interesting.
There you go.
Yeah, so poor Vicente. Poor Vicente. Like, what did he do to deserve this? He was supposed to fight Ponzinibbio.
Yeah, that's the craziest part. He was supposed to fight Ponzinibbio, and we were all fine with it. It's like, okay, it's like old guy versus old guy. We're fine with it. And now the replacement is like Joel Alvarez. Like, what are we doing here, man?
Yeah, I mean, kind of crazy and not very nice at all. Doesn't really make any sense to do Vicente like this. Joel Alvarez round 1, round 2 is minus 185. Like what? Like that's
not even good.
That's hard. Like you have to parlay that. Like that's crazy. He's gonna do it.
Yeah.
How much is the sub? Alvarez by sub.
The sub is plus. They're the same. I mean, plus 155 for the knockout, plus 175 for the
that good.
175 for the sub. He's a minus 600 favorite, Fenyo.
Yeah, if you can nail down how he does it, good for you. That seems
but
we're splitting hairs.
It's a guessing game. I feel like it's. I'm pretty confident that the finish is going to go from a bad takedown from Luque, but the bad takedown could be like ground and pound or submission. So you don't know actually.
Poor Luque. Oh God. All right. Yeah, it's a sad time. I mean, I don't really think we need to break it down further. This fight shouldn't really be happening.
I might be parlaying the inside round 1, round 2 for Joel Alvarez.
Yeah, because what does minus 575 get you? At least that gets you something, right? That makes sense.
Yeah, it gets you nothing.
that's what I'm saying. At least your prop gets you something.
Right. Yeah. And I think that's he absolutely has to do it inside the distance and inside 2 rounds.
All right. So it's our job to find another leg for that to work with. But for now, you've got Denise Nuts. We've got Janata coming back versus Pinto Beans. Mario Pinto Beans. Man, these guys are just absolutely
The laziest but best nicknames of all time.
These are
Honestly,
so good. Yeah.
These
I
ones
think I
write
know that.
themselves.
At all?
Yeah.
These write
Some
themselves.
frijoles. I hope everyone's excited. Man, I really think
I think Pinto sucks.
I don't agree with that statement.
I think he smells.
Okay, explain it to me though.
Did Austin Lane fight? He doesn't do a
It's
fucking
his
thing.
debut.
Oh, that's great. Why? I don't care.
You got a big former NFL athlete running face first at you. He wants
Do you
to
know?
strike.
Do you know
he
who
wants to take you down.
Okay. Do you know who Jahanta Denise faced in his UFC debut?
Who was it?
Austin motherfucking Lane.
Oh, and you're telling me he got 10-8'd on bottom and full mounted in the first round, and then he knocked him out in round 2? That
Yeah.
sounds like the exact thing that Mario Pinto did in his debut. So what the fuck are you be talking about over here? Ultimately, I think Pinto is the way more dangerous striker at this stage. I think Denise, he's kind of a softie. I really don't trust this guy. And there's things that really turn me off about Janata's game. I think he's the way worse athlete, for one.
Yeah.
I think he's an absolute zero from bottom with 0 ground game. The Alvin Hines fight, this guy should be absolute. He is a disgrace to the heavyweight division for allowing that fight to look as close as it did at times. And the only reason he wins is because Hines is on short notice. I'm going to be very clear with you. Mario Pinto, and I don't get why the line's going the other way. Even if he doesn't pull a Marcin Tybura and get on top and do stuff, which he can do, I will tell you, like, Pinto, he's got sneakiness. Like, I think he's got a wrestling game that could totally work out here if that's the path he chooses. But let's say he doesn't, and he just goes the striking route. His counters are way better. I think he's a way faster striker, and I think he's got more pop based on the fact that he's more explosive. Denise, he's more like lumbering. He can kick, but it's not, I don't know. There's nothing that really screams danger when I watch this guy fight. And that's why, he takes Carl Williams to a decision. That's why he takes Alvin Hines to a decision. Austin Lane, that guy will get knocked out by grandma if he goes to steal from her couch. So,
well said.
And what, he beats Eduardo Midget Man Neves? Like, okay, I'm on the Pinto Bean side and I'm locking in. This is where I'm passionate.
You know why I'm actually I am kind of interested, because Pinto's also going to be bigger, younger, should be faster, and I think you're right. I think he's more dangerous.
I'm pretty sure Janata Denise trains with Rafael Cerqueira.
I really hope that that's true, because all right, I'm with you. I'm on the dog. Let's get it.
Fenyo, do you want to talk some sense into me? I feel like I got grossly passionate about Pinto Beans tonight.
I feel like how many fights has Pinto after round 2? Because I feel like Denise, Pinto it's like more dangerous, but I feel like Denise slightly better defense, more technical, more efficient, I think. So if it goes long, I can see it like going Denise route, but yeah, Pinto feels like the more dangerous guy like early on, and it's heavyweight, man. Like, I mean, you never know, right? Because heavyweight, you either get like the early knockout or the fight that sucks. But yeah, I mean, Denise, if you say, like, I haven't seen, but if Peter has a bit of wrestling, that might save him if it goes long too. So even if it goes long, like, Denise might be
Why won't this fight go long? Marcin Tybura finishes him with like Mount getting on top of him. No.
So here's my arguments. And you asked, does he have experience outside of round 1? Well, while all of his finishes do come like mostly round 1, he does have round 2 finish and 1 round 3 finish. But what if I told you could see all the wrestling that you needed to in his 5-round unanimous decision win back in February of 2024 against the 8-3 Kasim Aras at the time for his second title defense? And he had two other
that's
3-round
convincing.
unanimous decisions in 2023.
I mean that's real that's real tape and that's real scouting. So that I agree. I'm with that.
I remember
So-
doing a deep scouting dive on Pinto before the lane fight to make sure I wasn't missing anything. And yeah, round 1 sucked. Shit happens. But that's his debut. I think sometimes, and when people recover and come back, like, remember what Dricus Duplessis looked like against Maluka Marcus Perez for the first 4 minutes? Yeah. I mean, shit happens in your debut. It is what it is.
Maluka was kicking his ass.
Yeah, he was. It was bad. It was bad.
So,
but so is everyone these days, I guess.
So again, to your point, again, it's like I kind of think the fight could go over because you've got a guy in Jahanta Deniz who gives up in a 10-minute fight with Marcin Tybura, he gives up 7 minutes of control, and it's the ground and pound that puts him down. Is this guy? So
he has a ground and pound round 3 finish in October of 2023. So what if it is a round 3 decision for Pinto? What if it is a late knockout?
Dude, the guy is, if you look him up, he's 8-6. He's terrible.
He was 6-2
at the time. That's great. Yeah. He's 8-6. He's awful.
All right, fair enough. But at the end of the day, I get it. I think this fight probably does play out predominantly on the feet. Over 1.5 is -250. They think it gets there. But yeah, listen, I truly think that Pinto has the more well-rounded game plan. And yeah, the Pink Panther, man, the guru's stepping up in the world over here. I think he might have the makings of a varsity athlete. This is beautiful. All right, so we've had a good time on this fight. Did we get everything we needed to here? Did I let you finish, Fenyo?
Yeah, I think so. Man.
All right, yeah. All right, we're moving on. Oh boy, talk about untrustworthy. We've got Pretty Ricky, Ricardo Ramos, -185 versus Genghis Khan Ofli, +154. He's not looked awfully good in his first couple of UFC fights. That's the shame of it all. And Ricardo Ramos, when has this guy ever been consistent and dependable? He was a like one of those nice prospects. Overall guy that was exciting, well-rounded skill set, could get some finishes, could grapple, could strike. It's just I've seen him quit like way too many times to feel comfortable playing him as a solid favorite. And then I go ahead and I take a look at the other side, and it's like, damn it, Khan Ofli. It's just not what you want to see in the first couple fights. However, do we have to give a guy a break? I mean, one, he takes on a very tough, in the finals of tough and all that. It's difficult. It's tough. He faces Myron Santos. He gets beat up a little bit. It happens. Muhammad Naimov, that guy, that fight happened in Saudi Arabia versus Muhammad Naimov. Khan Ofli had to go out there and deal with Muhammad in Saudi Arabia. So I'm going to give him another little bit of a break. And he was also clearly the smaller guy.
I mean, is this not a step down in competition for Khan Ofli?
Oh, it definitely is. I think.
Well, so then that has to mean something.
Exactly. And then Ramos, his win comes in a split decision where Josh Cooleybow literally showed the fight IQ of a starfish. He would be on a 4-fight losing streak. And, a spinning back elbow win over Danny Chavez, he loves the spinning back elbows. So, if he's going to get a knockout, it's going to be by spinning a back elbow that much. His last 2 knockouts, and his only 2 knockouts in the UFC, spinning back elbow for Ramos. So if Khan Ofli can avoid those, get on the inside, take the back off of a spinning attempt or one of those stupid behind the, Ribicana or whatever they call it, where he throws the calf kick like behind his one leg and
Ravona, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, it doesn't do anything. So these are the things that Ramos has kind of gotten good at. His wins have come in over Journey Newson, Eduardo Garagori. Bilal Jayo's a decent one. He throws 8 takedowns there. But it's like, if he does get into a wrestling match with Ofli, I'm not even necessarily sure that he wins all the exchanges per se. So I feel like I need to take a little bit of a dog shot. A little one. This isn't, I'm not going for generational wealth. It just feels off to me. But I could see where this would go wrong in plenty of ways. The Guru, how about you tell me how wrong I am?
I don't know that you're wrong. I'm not sure that it's necessary. I like that it's a step down in competition for Ofli. He might just be Ofli bad at MMA. His best win in his entire life is, and hear me out, his win on Ultimate Fighter versus Nathan Fletcher. Let that sink in. That is the best win in his career. That is rough. That is rough. And say what you want about Ramos. He's a guy that has 8 UFC wins. He's been in the UFC for 8 years. These things are hard to do. The guy can fight. He's not as big a quitter as people make him out to be, right? Everybody thought he would get finished by Chepe Mariscal. I said that he wouldn't. He did not. So I wouldn't be surprised if this fight goes over as well. So, especially since Naimov doesn't finish him. Santos can fucking crack, so that's fine. Ramos cannot. I don't think he's submitting him. So hopefully he's never been subbed. He's a good grappler. 5-0 to the sub. So I think if anybody's getting a submission, it's actually Hopefully. So I like the fight to go over.
Fenya?
Yeah, I mean, I get why Ramos is the favorite here. Like, skill for skill, he's like just better and probably a better athlete too. Like, hopefully, it's not like super eye catching, to be honest. But at the same time, like Ramos has that like sketchiness to him, right? Like being like a good grappler and getting caught with that like Jourdain guillotine, and Jourdain has a good guillotine. It's not to be ashamed, but it's like you're being sketchy when you get caught like that trying to implement your own game. So sadly for Offley, like he's not that much of a finishing threat here. So I feel like over has a decent chance here. Like Offley has shown to be like pretty tough. Myron Santos had to beat the shit out of him. So at least we know he has that dog, right? Because he was trying, man, but at the same time, like I feel like Offley to like get his game going, he needs to be like the superior wrestler, and I don't know if he's the superior wrestler here. So I feel like if they get into the clinch, Offley might get something going, but Ramos is still the more dangerous guy in those. So you don't know how the rounds are going to go, because like Offley might be controlling minutes and then get hurt. So yeah, I would stay away from this one. Like Ramos is the rightful favorite here, but Offley's line is not good either. So I don't know, man.
That makes sense. I think on the side of the fight being a little bit sketchy, I think Offley getting, even though he struggles getting the takedowns against Naimov, who I think is a way superior athlete to Ramos with bigger size, he still ends up getting like 3.5 minutes of control time in that fight.
Fight's going over. I'm telling you. Neither of these guys are finishing each other.
Take me, you building me a ladder to decision?
Not at minus 140.
Fair enough. Well, the fight goes the distance is going to be damn close to even money. So
that's all I want.
Into that. All right. It's Waluigi. We got Lucas Almeida versus the Texas kid, Michael Aswell. Is it time to break down this fight? We might as well. Plus 114 on the Almeida side. Minus 135 for Aswell. That kind of surprises and concerns me, to be honest with you. I mean, Aswell is going to be smaller. He's got less reach. He's flying out from Texas to Rio.
Bitch
Almeida.
From Texas.
And the thing about that's nice, but I think like the issue I have with Aswell is he's very good, but it's truly at like two things. It's his 1-2 that he's got nothing else to work with. And that's the unfortunate part, because he will throw up a shit ton of volume, but he's got no defense, and he's only got a limited variety of strikes he can throw. And then with Almeida, I at least trust that I think he's going to be a little bit better of like mixing up his strikes, having a wider variety of attacks, being able to fight off the back foot or the front foot. But there's a couple things like I don't fully trust his chin necessarily from, the Andre Fili experience. And I definitely don't trust his grappling from, different specials such as the Pat Sabatini experience or, that time where, Danny Silva, though, like, he didn't really get his wrestling going like we thought he would. So if Aswell's just going to come out here and strike, well, damn it, I think Almeida's actually got a pretty solid chance here. So once again, another dog that I'm like, he probably makes a little bit of sense here in my mind. But Aswell, he's got heart, he's got a chin, and he's got a damn good 1-2 that he's going to keep on throwing at you if you don't have the heart to match. So, tough fight, but I'm not taking Aswell as the favorite.
I guess that's a fair point. I just feel like if anybody has shown like not to have heart, is it not like a guy in Lucas Almeida?
He got knocked out one time by Feely, like immediately, like knocked out. And then Sabatini, yeah, but he got knocked out. And then Sabatini, that was like a true, like, he didn't have the grappling. He didn't have the grappling to deal with Sabatini. But that's not the case with Aswell, so I'm not going to hold that against him.
I actually think you're making a lot of sense here. But, like, I guess I'd really like to rewatch the Danny Silva fight. Like, what exactly went wrong there? I mean, Almeida misses weight again. I feel like he'd had weight cut issues before. I guess he's never technically missed weight.
Yeah, I think Silva was just a bit of, like, we had a bit more juice there. Like, even though Almeida's, like, throwing a bunch, like, Silva was a little bit faster. And it ended up working out in his favor.
You don't think
he kick.
Right. Aswell doesn't kick. Aswell doesn't kick. I think that's a big difference. But
Silva landed 23 leg strikes. He landed, 14 strikes to the body. That's not things that I'm expecting on the Aswell side.
But he might still be faster.
Listen, he might. But, like, I don't know, the Bellagiochi fight, if he was going to outpace someone and outdog them, wouldn't it be there? I get that he's up a weight class there.
No, because Bellagiochi's way more athletic.
Okay, but if the pathway is taking down Bellagiochi is kind of what you would do, right? And if you're landing, like, if you're throwing 300 strikes and only 30 of them are to the legs and body, that's really bad, man.
Listen, to your point, the split decision loss to Bogdan Grad and the split decision win over Dorian Ramos. I remember that fucking fight. That was not a great fight. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I could see myself on a dog shot.
Yeah, I'm considering it. Fenyo, what are you considering here?
My first read is like I feel like Almeida is going to leg kick him like a lot, and he has a superior left hook, which like if Aswell wants to come like forward here and pressure and shit, like a long guy with a left hook is always dangerous. Especially because Aswell like sells out for the right hand, so he might get exposed to the left hook after that. So, and yeah, I don't think that he's going to grapple here like Almeida. Like Sabatini is a monster, man. I mean, if he can do that to you, like if he gets going with the wrestling, like it's pretty much over if you're a striker. But Almeida is a big ass dude, man. Aswell might have had his debut over at 155, but Almeida is going to be the bigger guy inside the cage. Not only longer, like I'm pretty sure he's going to be heavier than him. So yeah, I like the underdog here. I'm not quite sure about the odds here, so I think like Almeida. And the thing, Almeida can punch. Like he has put guys out with that left hook. So, but at the same time, he can win a decision with volume. Maybe not volume, but landing the better shots here. And as you said, like he has a variety, man. He can kick the legs. He puts like actual combinations together. Well, as well, like relies more on like going in and out. While Almeida can put numbers, especially if he puts like as well against the cage. So yeah, I like Almeida here, like straight up.
Yeah, I'm glad you're feeling the same because I think I wasn't too sure, and I think we've talked into it. I like that idea a lot. All right, we're moving on. It's the pastor. We got Jafel Filaho, plus 105 versus Clayton Bigsby Carpenter, or is it Concrete? I'm sorry, Clayton Bigsby, minus 125 versus the pastor. I feel like the guru never watched enough Chappelle Show, so
I know who it is.
He's
the blind, self-hating.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I feel like Clayton could potentially have similar viewpoints, so I thought it was appropriate. He's fighting the pastor, Jafel Filio. It's going to be an interesting matchup here. I feel like I want to take Carpenter minus 125, But I also know that Filio is going to be the way more dangerous and better fighter in the first round. And that's where a lot of his win equity is going to come from. I think Filio, he's got really dangerous striking, whether it's to the body, going for crazy rushes and then just all out scrambles, trying to get a submission fast. He on contenders, like it does take till round 3 to get his knockout, but he gets that round 1 sub versus Baez. He gets the round 1 sub versus Ode. And then typically if the fight's playing out longer than that, it's because he really never got his way. I feel like Carpenter, he might have a tough going early. I could see him being the slightly lesser athlete during that initial explosion. But as the younger guy, the better wrestler, not the better grappler, but I think the better wrestler, especially into rounds 2 and 3, Carpenter really ran into an extremely tough matchup in his last time out in Tagir Ulanbekov on the Makhachev versus Moicano card. That's a really tough matchup, and he even goes even in the striking. He lands one of his own takedowns. It's just his propensity to kind of play too much off of his back and accept some positions. I don't think Filio can do that over, multiple takedowns over multiple rounds and scrambles and trying to hold him there. That's just not what Filio does. So, yeah, I could see where he has upside round 1. But at the same time, it's not easy to finish Clayton Carpenter. The dude's a good fighter. In fact, he's never been finished. His only loss by decision. So I got to go Carpenter.
And I'm feeling like Filho is kind of like the sub or bust. Clayton, to me, has much more decision equity.
Yeah, way more. And Tagir would have gotten him there if he could have, I imagine, right? Or is he not that good of a finisher?
No, I think I think Tagir is solid, man. I think that Clayton Carpenter is getting a step down, whereas Jafel Filio is getting more of a lateral move. I mean, Alan Nascimento's okay. He's good at, obviously the grappling, but
yeah, he was bigger and a way better grappler, so he could just, effectively minimize whatever Filio was bringing back his way.
Yeah, we took Alan Nascimento in that fight in a pick'em.
Yes, we did, and that felt good. So, do we think that Clayton's got the goods here?
I do, because I also like Lucas Rocha. I think that guy's pretty solid.
Okay. I like it. Yeah, Carpenter should be able to rinse and repeat here because it's not like Filio isn't beyond being controlled. So, Fenya?
I feel if we see because Filio versus Nascimento was a bit of a mirror match, but with Nascimento being more of the long game guy against Filio, who, as you guys mentioned, very dynamic on the early going. But there are these long guys with a grappling game, and it's are they really either of them better than Ulanbekov at doing the same thing? No, not really. Filio might be more dangerous in the early going. So I feel the question here is how soon does Carpenter turns around the fight? Because if he takes him more than a round and a half, he might lose this one by decision. But I feel he does it earlier. Filio is kind of dangerous, but we saw when Filio gets tired, he starts accepting bottom position. Carpenter does land solid ground and pound from top. He can control. He does have the scrambling. So I can see Filio maybe getting to a back take and winning the round that on round 1. But after that, I feel Carpenter takes over, to be honest.
Yeah. I feel the round 2, round 3 KO prop could be calling our name here. Could be interesting, Guru. We're going to need some. I don't think he's subbing Filio, but I think he could, like Fenyo's saying, maybe has some of that positional ground and pound. Could be fun.
Yeah, those short guys, they land the short shots, especially against guys that start playing guard. There might be something there, man.
Could be onto something. All right, beautiful. We're moving on. Do the right thing. If you haven't liked, if you haven't subscribed, you've been judged immensely, but it would be nice if you did the right thing now. Super cool of you. All right. We've got Bobby Petrino, Vitor Petrino, minus 298 versus The Train. Thomas The Train Peterson, plus 240. Man, I'm just...
How did you not call him Jefferson?
Thomas Jefferson Peterson.
Right? Do you not remember when
Yeah.
they called him Thomas? They announced him as Thomas Jefferson.
You're right.
They did.
Yeah, on the Dana White's Contender Series, when they announced the winner of the fight, they said Thomas Jefferson Peterson, right, or something like that. Yeah. So shout out to our forefathers, because I've lost some years on my life. Like Petrino, just untrustworthy. He finds a way to make bad decisions. Things happen, but that was against way higher levels of competition than Thomas the Train Peterson. And I mean, he's got a big head. He's got little arms. He's essentially going to be outgunned in every possible physical metric you can consider. I mean, God, just Petrino, if you can't do whatever the hell you want to in this fight, you're going to be judged for the rest of the time.
I mean, we've said that already when he lost to Anthony Smith and when he lost to Dustin Jacoby, and then he decided to move up weight.
Yeah, I think moving up weight was super smart, though, because just right off the bat, you're immediately facing way less technical fighters.
Yeah, 100%.
So, like, Anthony Smith, way better grappler than Petrino, locks up a Gilly, and it's game over. Apparently had a knee injury going into it. Jacoby, he's winning the fight up until the very last second, and it's like, where's the decision-making? Get back in on the takedown. Like, why are you got to quit screwing around, right? But
you screw around too much.
And that is the issue. But against Thomas Peterson, what do you really have to worry about if you screw around too much? Nothing. But the problem is
getting decisionated.
Yeah, it could just be the fight goes the distance instead of Bobby by finish. So,
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. This is going to be sloppy stupidness.
Victor Petrino. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We'll take that. That's going to be accepted into the.
He gets knocked out by Big Meal Shamil, which is fine.
No, it's not.
No,
it's not, because
Big Meal Shamil finishes his meal every time.
Not every time. That's the thing.
He's got 14 wins and 9 of them are by KO.
Okay, that's not every time.
3 of them are by sub.
I mean, we could talk about the fact that Shamil took Dontel Mays to a decision, but you obviously don't want to have that conversation.
Yeah, but Dontel Mays is fucking huge.
No.
Yes.
But Thomas Peterson also took Dontel Mays to a decision.
All right, so Thomas Peterson also loses to Jamal Pogues.
Yeah.
By decision. And he gets finished in LFA round 3 to Waldo Cortez Acosta after winning the first bit of that fight from my memory.
Yeah. Listen, Bobby, I think he could sub him if this guy had a neck. So the head and arm choke, that actually works out in that scenario.
No, it's not a sub. It's either KO or Decisionation City. And I kind of lean to the decision because I love fights being disappointing.
And Fanyo, what do you lean to?
Look. Before talking about the actual fight, I just want to mention, like, I'm still at how huge was Petrino at heavyweight.
Oh my God!
What a fucking unit of a guy!
Yeah, that's so good.
But listen, Peterson. This is not my pick, but Peterson by decision via boxing on the feet, like, not impossible.
Yeah,
he did it. Right. He did it to Mohammed Usman. Man.
Oh God!
And he's like Petrino's a better striker, like, mechanically than Mo Usman. But is he, like, more reliable?
God damn it.
Like, Petrino's going to be throwing, like, 5 left hooks around.
Oh, God damn it. You make a lot of good points because, like, that would be the way Peterson wins. It's only a decision. He's not pushing this guy.
Peterson, and on the flip side, like, Peterson, like, yeah, he's kind of mid and all, but he's like an actual wrestler. So I don't think that Petrino's takedowns are going to work here. So it's either, like, Petrino knockout or Peterson decision, I think. Like,
could this look like the Modestas Bukauskas fight? Like, just some pitter patter. Petrino lands, like, I don't know, a couple strikes early, very underwhelming, and then all of a sudden in round 2 he just explodes and lands the knockout.
There's a decent chance. The knockout by Petrino is completely probable. Like, especially with this size, that guy must hit so hard.
I would hope so.
Just a fucking hoss, this guy. Well, so he gets the sub on Lane easily. Tyson Pedro decision. Modi knockout. Subs pressure. Like, this guy's all over the place.
I think you're all over the place.
Big time. So we're just going to move on. It's Petrino City. We're taking a trip to Thickertown. Oh, boy. We've got – tell me where you've heard this one before. An elite BJJ practitioner comes over to the UFC in their debut and is a gigantic favorite. How could this possibly let anybody down? That parlay's the big favorite. I mean,
how much is Mesquita by sub? How much is Mesquita by sub?
All right, we're gonna take a look. We're not talking about my Skeeter Guru. We're talking about Bia Mesquita. It's different.
The only fans one and only.
Minus 125.
Terrible.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if this fight plays out on the feed and Mesquita does not, because she's got to get the takedown for her jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, but Russian Ronda is so sloppy, man.
She's really terrible. She's so bad.
Yeah, but Bia Mesquita's striking is not better than Russian Ronda.
This is the softest, easiest fucking matchup you can possibly get.
Yeah, that is
Russian Ronda. This is her last fight in the UFC, brother, and they're flying her out to Brazil.
Yeah, probably.
They may just leave her there.
But you've also got a 35-year-old grappling person making their debut. Jacqueline
She's
Amorim lost in her
35.
debut.
Oh my! She looks really good for 35.
Yeah, she's got some eyebrows on her, that's for sure.
I'm also 35, man. What do you mean, man?
You look like you're fucking 24.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, I just can't trust it. Minus 575. What about the Buchecha Express? Oh, he's going to dominate this guy in the grappling.
You?
Okay. Yes. What about? I know. I'm saying, how many times do you make the same mistake?
I blocked that out from memory. That was literally the worst day of my life.
What about Jacqueline Amorim in her debut?
That wasn't fun.
Or was it her second fight?
Oh, but Amorim is nowhere close to Mesquita's level on the ground, though.
All right, fair enough. I mean, was Buchecha? Wasn't he the same type of accolades?
Yeah, that's closer, but
this girl's been doing MMA at least, brother.
Listen, so was Buchecha. Like, I'm just making the argument here to please don't parlay minus 575. That's truly the only thing I'm doing.
No, that's too bad. Yeah, you're right.
That's the only thing. I'm not picking Irina. I'm not betting Irina. and yes, it doesn't look like she uses deodorant, unfortunately. And these are the reasons you don't trust it with your money.
I just think the interesting part is that Irina Alekseeva has never been finished. And it's like and B's never been anywhere. Like, she's never been to decisions.
I don't think there's easy takedowns to be had from a body lock in this case. I don't think Alekseeva is just going to give up easy takedowns and control.
She might struggle to get close.
So my point, am I talking myself into the stupidest plus 425 ever?
Yes.
I don't know. I like, quite frankly, this is truly a dogger pass scenario from a money line perspective. And passing could be the right answer. But for the love of God, if I see Bia Mesquita in your parlay, I get to laugh at you if it doesn't.
Hey, don't worry, guys. The Yankees were just eliminated from the playoffs.
Let's go. All right.
Do we want to ask what Fenyo thinks?
Fenyo, what do you think?
I'm actually 425, man.
Yeah. That's just the money line. For a chick that's made the dance, made the walk 3 times already.
Ugh.
Sub Stephanie Egger round 1.
Oh my God. 5'4", 67 inches versus 5'8", 67.
It's going to be very funny when we convince each other that Alekseeva has a chance, and then she goes for the takedown and gets submitted because obviously.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you played minus 125 on Mesquita sub instead of minus 575 money line, I would say that you probably did the right thing. But I can't get behind a minus money on a sub prop. It's too much. They've already considered it, guys. They figured it out. They have it priced appropriately. All right, we're moving on. And if she doesn't get a finish, that's sad. What? Oh my God, we have Fenyo breaking down a Fenyo fight. It's Lucas Hosha versus This is what they did. So this wasn't even me versus Kakamura. Stuart Nickel.
It's not his full nickname.
Is it not?
No.
What do you mean? Oh, Fenomeno.
Ah,
Oopsies. I see what I did there.
Yeah. You just had Fenyo on the brain, which is understandable.
No, I set this all up.
Well, so
minus
Fenyo,
118. Yes.
yeah, I was gonna let Fenyo break down the fight first. So why don't you kick it off?
wait,
Yeah. I was
Okay.
just going to set up the money lines, but go ahead. Fenyo.
Nick-
Let's get this.
Nichols is the. I mean, they are both like minuses, but Nichols has a better line.
Technically, in this case, Rocha has the slightly better line.
Like he's the bigger favorite.
Yeah,
The
Russia
better
has.
line is on Nickel then. Yes.
Yeah, that's insane, man. Like Nichols is going to kick his ass, man.
Yeah.
You really think so?
Takedown, rinse, repeat. Right.
He's nasty from top too, man.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like
I mean,
Jesus,
Rocha is the better striker, but Nichols is nasty from top, man.
it does worry me how much Hosha is happy to give up takedowns. Nickel's gonna need him. That's for damn sure.
No, he's going to need them for sure, but I think he's going to get them, man.
Are we not concerned at all about what Jesus Aguilar did to him?
I mean, Aguilar was like losing and then caught a guillotine, so
It's a round one sub, which is Aguilar's only win method. Guillotine round one. He's got super short arms, and Nickel just that's the first time he faced a short arm demon like that. It was Jesus's time. A Fenomeno. He's not so phenomenal on the ground, and that's where Nickel dominates. And I don't see why he wouldn't if he can get it there. But
I think
Hosha,
like Nichols is not as good as a wrestler as Carpenter, but he's more dangerous from top position, I would say.
yeah, that makes sense to me.
Huh.
Guru, I mean, like this is interesting. I feel like a lot of the line comes from the travel for Nickel, first time fighting out of Aussie.
That
going
might
to
be,
Rio.
yeah.
Hosha, he is a solid athlete. He is.
Yeah, now I kind of give him a lot of credit for the Clayton Carpenter fight, who we really like Clayton Carpenter. I don't really think very highly of Jesus Aguilar.
Man, I don't like Aguilar.
Yeah, I mean, it was his win condition. That's how he
The
got
the
it.
guy was in Australia and fumbled the bag in his hometown versus the setup of all
Jesus.
setup fights. Then they try to give him Ray Saruya. What do you think they're trying to do to him there? Then he's injured, pulls out. We haven't seen him. It's been over a year.
That's actually fair, but
I kind of like Rocha.
You're making points, Guru, because
I don't know. I just think he's the more dangerous fighter. He's got way more experience. And if this fucking fraud who already got submitted trying to get a takedown can't consistently get takedowns, this guy's going to hurt him.
Yeah,
I mean, he's
that's fair.
been to one pro decision.
Oh, wow.
What's his gas tank look like?
this is interesting. He's literally from Perth, and they didn't put him on the Perth card. That probably says it all, right?
Yeah, they punished him, bro.
They're probably mad at him for pulling out. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Now they're punishing him by sending him across the world. And it's like, hey, is he even going to make weight and show up for this fight fully? First time out of Australia, showing up to Rio, dirty water. Maybe it's going to be like, I don't know, a poisoning. Who knows? We'll see if this. But yeah, I see what you mean, Guru. Lucas inside the distance would be interesting.
I mean, his money line is super playable.
It is, but I think it comes by finish if he wins. The longer this fight goes, the more I think Nichols getting his wrestling going. I don't think he's necessarily like the most durable guy in the world.
All right.
That's at least my projection.
I feel like expecting like flyweight wrestlers to gas is like not super reliable, to be honest.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't know. A lot of factors. There's no smash play here, but we're going to continue to just evaluate all the factors and see if anything pops up across the week, because I can't give you anything hyper confident here. I'll be honest. This is a tough one. I can see ways both guys win. Okay, and I only this one, the clean monster, Walter Walker, -310, Mohammed the Motor Usman, +250. It's the heel snatcher. He's
Clean
back
monster,
again.
man.
Yeah, it's also hilarious. You're just bringing more attention to yourself by even saying that, to be honest. Like, it makes me more sketched out that you're not clean by saying that you are clean. But ultimately, minus 310, Walter Walker by heel hook minus 300 probably is priced the exact same as his money line. They actually don't even offer props for that fight yet on DraftKings. They're terrified. Even though they've given us props on basically every other fight. They're scared, and I don't blame them because Walter Walker, he's figured out no heavyweight knows actual jiu-jitsu, and I could just drop up. I have fucking gigantic biceps because I'm such a clean monster, and just rip off their ankle, and they're gonna tap. They have no.
They've never seen a heel hook before. These guys, man.
Never, and that like. Man, I really hope one day we get to see Walter Walker versus Cyril Gane and they just sit in 50-50 all fight. That'd be so high. But I mean, truly, the breakdown is Walter Walker, round 1, heel hook submission. Once again, I think even if he doesn't get the heel hook, like Usman is just
Usman needs to pay for his sins.
Yeah.
He did not win that Hamdi fight. I will rally to the death.
Yes. And the
Hamdi.
funny part is that he did fight Hamdi Abdelwahab. We were like, oh my God, it's in, Saudi Arabia. Like, of course they got it, or wherever it was, of course they got to give it to Hamdi. He's fucking, the king of Egypt and all that. In all reality, he's fighting a guy named fucking Muhammad. Of course he's going to lose this decision. Holy shit. We were so wrong there.
Never forget.
Yeah. I love it. But ultimately, it's happening again. I don't see why not here. Usman, he's not knocking this guy out on the feet. That's evidently clear. And Usman's he's a worse athlete. Like, I know he looks like he's like whatever in this picture. That's not the Usman that you get when he walks in the cage.
But like, what happened in the Lucas Bresky fight? And
Debut.
You just think it's a debut stunt? That's it.
I think, dude, gassed out. His body composition from his debut to every fight after his debut has been totally different. Even from his regional scene, I think you could get away with things when you're just a huge, clean monster. But he gets to the UFC, fucks up in his first fight against Lucas, the Bull Dresky, undress me with your eyes, Dresky. I would have gotten lost in those eyes also.
I don't know what you're talking about anymore.
Lucas Dresky has solid cardio, and he came into that fight and he survived, and he put it on Walker, who just was not in good shape.
He doesn't have solid anything.
He's one of. At the end of the day, Usman has less of it. He has a name. That's what he's got.
I feel like Usman's chances of just jamming this guy up are like not that bad.
That's kind of how I feel.
It's gonna go titty to titty right into the cage. Like, I don't think extended jabs happen.
But Walter Walker, other than a double leg, he doesn't know how to wrestle, and Usman kind of knows how to wrestle. So,
I don't know. I get it.
He's not his brother.
Yeah,
no, obviously not.
He's way better.
But he gives up 2 takedowns to Thomas Peterson and lands 0 of his own.
But Peterson, NCAA Div 1.
Yes, but Walter Walker's 6'6" and gigantic, and he literally
he's smaller than Joni.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna run up like the way that he just ambushes these guys like Kennedy, Dante, like he's just in their face.
Dontel Mays is the worst, and Junior Tough is a joke. They're
and
like
Muhammad Usman fits right in that list of names.
He really does, but he's probably like possibly.
Muhammad Usman has losses to Mick Parkin and Thomas Peterson. His wins are against Junior Tafa, Jake Collier, Zach Pauga, where he's losing that fight by 20 strikes when he lands a miracle strike. And Zach Pauga has no chin, 0 chin. And the Hamdi fight, I get it, okay? He won. And
did you see Dogfather? Come on, man.
Yeah, dude.
Come on, man.
Walter Walker is literally ripping off his ankle. I'm sorry if you think otherwise.
All right, I like it. As long as we can get the heel hook on MGM, I'm in.
Yeah, these sluts are not posting prices right now. But I get it, Fenyo. I know
I'm not picking Usman. I'm just saying.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. That's respectable.
Let's keep it pushing.
We've got the Psycho, Julia Palastri versus North Carolina Kovalevich.
What?
Yeah, North Carolina Kovalevich.
What?
She doesn't have a nickname. What is the guy supposed to do? North Carolina, come on and raise up.
No,
Minus
that is
470 on
that is the
Pilastri.
worst nickname in the longest time. I mean, that might be one of the worst nicknames of the year. That's
I think it's fantastic.
horrible.
I got to reference PD Pablo just because of the nickname, so I think I win.
No.
The psycho, Julia Pilastri, I think this really comes down to, like, are you here to fight? And if you're here to fight and have a physical matchup, like, Carolina's probably just gonna pack up her bags and not want to continue. And that doesn't mean she gets finished. It just means she's not gonna put up a great fight if she gets out physicaled early and often. That's Pilastri's path to victory, just
Yeah, but there's
being the
nothing
more
there.
aggressive, tougher striker. But yeah, fuck that, man. Like, what, under 2.5 plus 310 is the only way you could tickle my pickle, and I still think it doesn't happen.
No, I would if I had to play a dog shot, whether it's the fight going under or Carolina, I would almost go Carolina instead.
Yeah, Pilastri is giving off mouth breather vibes in this.
No,
fight.
not that at all. I absolutely think Pilastri is going to win too. I took her versus Lupita Godinez, and she really almost won that fight. It was just a little too little, a little too late.
Yeah, but Lupita was literally shitting her pants in round 3. Like, literally. That's the only reason she won the third round.
I guess.
She lost the first 2 cleanly until Lupi had to poop herself.
I don't know that. I don't think that's why she was losing the round. I think she had to shit because she was really fucking gassing out.
I've never seen Lupi really gas out aside from the poop experience.
That's not true. Lupi has gassed out plenty of times.
She's gotten out grappled. It's different.
I think that Julia just boxes her up to a decision here. I think it's I like Karolina Kowalkiewicz was somebody that, like, nobody knew how she was getting a 6th fight, and then won versus Felice Herring, Silviana Gomez Juarez, Vanessa Demopoulos, and then Diana Belbita. I mean, it's terrible level of competition. She then loses to Lucindo and Gomes, and I think this is another sizable, decent prospect. Dan Levy, appreciate you here, my man.
Brother, appreciate you, man.
So yeah, Pilastri gets it done, but I don't think there's anything interesting here from a betting perspective.
I feel like the line is way too wide. I mean,
yeah,
I get it. Like, this is exactly the same kind of fight as like Gomes and Lucindo, but Pilastri is like a step down from those.
Yeah,
but yeah, other than that, like, this is not going to offer anything.
Yeah.
The over 2.5 is awful. So
it's so bad. It's so bad. Yeah, this is a pass. We actually successfully passed on the Veronica Hardy fight last week. Let's make it 2 for 2. Let's pass on this one. All right, we made it. It's Lazy Boy Luan Lacerda. Where have you been, sir? It's been a long time. It's been a while.
I was just about to do that. It's been a while.
Versus Simon Says Oliveira. Plus 205 versus the minus 250 Lacerda. And I just hate
Simon Says.
Simon Says, and Lazy Boy was also a TV work of art here. Yeah, you didn't even know until then.
Yeah, but no, Lazy Boy is actually horrible because that's already Ronaldo Rodriguez's and Ronaldo, whatever the fuck his name is. And
I think Rolando, yeah.
Rolando.
But you're thinking of Rolando Bedoya, and you called him Ronaldo when you were breaking down his fight.
Doesn't matter.
Exactly.
If you can't win a fight, I don't have to pronounce your name right.
That's respectable. In this fight here, Luan Lacerda is going to have a 3-inch height advantage. He's giving up 1 inch of reach. The good news for him is that Simon Oliveira has no idea how to use that reach advantage. This guy literally only knows how to throw spinning shit and jump ghillie. Like, those are his 2 skills in MMA. Simon Oliveira, spinning shit, jumping ghillies. I don't trust this guy for any period of time. Luan Lacerda, at least he fought Cody Stamann close. At least he fought a guy like Damon Blackshear and, like, felt the wrath. I get it. It didn't look great. But Simon Oliveira, dude, I mean, oh, God. I mean, Jose Alde, that guy was even bigger of a fraud, and he barely gets him by split decision. Tony Gravely, I mean, there's a reason we haven't seen that guy in a while, washed out. And he gives up 11 takedowns in that fight. And all he does is go for dumb submissions that he's not going to get on the better wrestler and grappler. Marco's fight, outgunned, trying to do spinning shit, running around, outclassed, knocked the fuck out. David Martinez running around, trying to do spinning shit, outclassed, knocked the fuck out. It's like, I'm pretty sure Luan Lacerda is just going to follow this guy around, let him do spinning shit, and either take his back and submit him or knock him the fuck out. Lacerda. Actually, that's a Bacon. And, you know, I guess you're saying Fenyo should search for a song called Carolina by Eddie Herrera. It's a classic of merengue. I guess we'll have to do some research into the subject. I can always get down. But we're not going to parlay here. But I will go Lazy Boy, and I'd like him to win by finish because Simon says he's going to tap out or get knocked out. Guru?
I don't really want to bet anything in this fight. There's way too many question marks on both sides in terms of the guys that they've not been around. Yeah, I kind of lean towards Lazy Boy, maybe just because of size and a general grappling advantage. But if I'm going to be honest, I don't really. You can't bet this fight. How could you bet this fight? Fenyo, how could you bet this fight? I just don't see how.
Lacerda straight money, like it's not that bad, man. If you
don't think so?
I mean, it's like the TV's right, man. What does Oliveira bring to the table, man?
I told you it's two things.
I mean, I almost like, has he not faced a better level of competition too?
I mean, I hate giving.
No.
I mean, not hate. I don't like giving guys too much credit for losses, but like the way Lacerda looked on that Cody Stamen fight, like he should like beat the brakes out of like Simon Oliveira, man.
Yeah.
But as you said, like we haven't seen him in a while. His last fight was not very good, so yeah, I get it.
Yeah. I get it.
You can throw it in up early if you want, but
he should be fine. He should be fine, but he should be fine. He's got a much better gym as well. He should be fine, but it's quite dangerous.
He's younger too, man.
Yeah, they don't care about either of these guys. They're the only two Brazilians fighting each other.
Yeah, if they die, they die. I think that's what was it Mick or Sean Shelby's division? Who cares? You made it. You got through the most electric South American experience. It's Rio de Janeiro. It's Fenyo. We've had an absolute blast. Like, honestly, guys, I truly look forward to doing this and watching the fights each week and seeing how bad or how good it goes. Listen, there's going to be the ups and downs, but the fun part, we get to do it all again no matter what happens. So that's the beauty of the UFC. And here we are, baby. We're doing it all again. So I think, the biggest thing out here is like, we love to have a good time. I love coming out here and just like, as you guys see, like we want to be serious. We want to like get some real breakdowns and stuff. But at the same time, like we do this shit to have a good time. And like that truly right there is why I hope you people keep coming back time after time.
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people? So anyways, Fenyo, before we let the guru do a proper outro, what do you got to say to the people? Anything you want to plug or promote, my friend?
Might have another video coming out this week, maybe on Mesquita, since not a lot of people know her. I'm pressuring myself into working here. I haven't even started that. So let's say that I'm going to do that. And as always, if anyone is looking for like alternate commentary during fight night, I stream like the whole shit. I'm like glue my ass to the chair for 6 hours to watch bad fights. So if you're interested in that, check out my channel, The Fight Site Presents. That's it.
That's awesome.
Beautiful.
Love that, Fenyo. Seriously, thanks so much for your time tonight, man. We really appreciate you coming on. Love chopping up the fights with you. Love your breakdowns and the way that you see shit. So let's make some money tonight. Make sure you're following my co-host, TB Scouting MMA, over on Twitter, Picket, Instagram, Verdict, Tapology, and Bet MMA. And you can follow me, the Guru Scouting MMA, over on Twitter, Picket, Instagram, Verdict, Tapology, and Bet MMA. We will be back next week in Vancouver, Canada, with Riddick taking on Brendan Allen. Be safe out there, guys.